Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Friday. Woo, 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 woo. All right, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. We have made it, okay? We have made it to the end of the week. All right, guys. Now, today is Friday, May the 1st, okay? It is the first of the month. It is a brand new month, a brand new day, okay, guys? So let's jump right into it. And I know it's not May 4th, but I probably will say this again. And I know this joke is probably really corny to a lot of people, but I can't even do it with this hand, but may the 4th be with you. Okay, guys, may the 4th be with you. Okay. All right, guys, let's get started and see what messages you guys might need to know for today for May 1st, okay? Right now, the time for me is 8:53 a.m., so obviously take what resonates with you whenever you see this message. And again, I just want to say thank you guys for the love and the support, for those who have been following me and for those who have been, stopping by on my channel, giving good energy, good vibes, okay? I appreciate you guys as always, so let's see what you need to know, all right? So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for May 1st? What do they need to know for May 1st, please and thank you? And I am going to use another deck, or like one oracle deck for this reading, just to get more clarity. I just heard a horn honking too as confirmation. So definitely the universe wants me to use this deck for this message after I finish using this tarot deck. So let's see what messages come out. Okay, guys? Thank you, Spirit. All right, guys, so we have the Page of Swords energy, okay? This is your energy. Now, you could be young, okay? You don't have to be, but you could be very young, right? But there's something about your energy, about, embracing your unique perspectives or just embracing your uniqueness, okay? This is about your communication. Some of you guys are very witty, okay? There's something about being also very alert at this time. So there's something about either somebody could be curious about your energy, or there's something about your curiosity being sparked at this time when it comes to, exploration, okay? The color red and yellow is very significant when it comes to passion and solar plexus energy, okay? This talks about that you can. So there is something about you being able to communicate, being able to learn new things, okay? So take what resonates with that, with the number 11, right? 11 talks about 11th house, okay? 11th house talks about, your groups, friendships, okay, collective energy, social awareness, etc., okay? So there's something about that where, maybe you guys are sharing your gifts or your perspectives about certain matters or certain things, and that is showing up a lot very heavily in the energy, okay? Gemini season could be very significant for some of you guys. Again, we are in Taurus season still, so there's something about preparation for Gemini season that may resonate for some of you guys, and that's obviously half through this month. So there is something about like the new moon and Gemini season being very significant like at this moment, okay? So High Priestess energy, okay? For some of you guys, like I said, there's something about your intuition that's very significant with the High Priestess. You are trusting your intuition and your inner wisdom, your inner knowing. Now, for some of you, this is second house energy. This is about your finances. This is about business and self-esteem, okay? Now, when we talk about self-esteem and our material desires, everybody has a different value. Everybody has a different thing that they want, right? That we want or we make a priority, right? So there is something about your daily routines and your values. This could be your work ethics as well. But you guys are trusting your intuition, okay? This is about something to do with the next 2 to 3 days could be very significant when it comes to the moon. So there is something about the moon energy that may resonate as well, especially us, us being in the full moon at this time. So take what resonates, okay? We have King of Swords energy. So the number 14 is significant. 1 and 4 equals 5. This is about creating new things, self-expression. This is about also creativity, right? Some of you guys could be, listening to your intuition when it comes to your hobbies and interest, when it comes to, how you express yourself, whether this is joy, okay? But you guys are taking a gamble, right? Whatever this gamble is, this is about strategy and this is about justice. And this talks about financial stability. So there is something about having high standards, okay? And there is something about being disciplined at this time, okay? So some of you may come off really strict, but the reason why you come off strict is not because you are strict, it's because you know what you want in life, okay? So even if you don't have Gemini or Aquarius placements, keep in mind the moon cycle is moving into Scorpio. So there's something about it being in Libra and then moving into Scorpio, which I believe is today, okay? So, and birds are significant too. So take what resonates. There's something about, like I said, communication, where you guys have authority, or you show up with authority when you speak your truth, and you're showing up as a leader, okay? So temperance energy when it comes to Sagittarius as well. These are also reflecting like moon placements, right? Because I did mention on my blog that the moon cycle is going from Libra to Scorpio, from Scorpio to Sagittarius, right? So there is something about, as the moon cycle changes, or as the moon cycle transitions, there's something about your energy too. So say you don't have Sagittarius placements, but you could, right? You could, right? But there's something about, even if you don't have it, there is something about being more open, seeking a new adventures, okay? Things of that matter. Angel number 1414 could be very significant. May 14th could be very significant for somebody, or there's something that could be transpiring on May 14th, okay? But there is something about fire energy, okay? Some of you guys could also have all elements in your chart, and not everybody does, but there's something about maybe you being very unique as well. Because you have all elements in your chart, maybe you're very balanced, okay? So that could be confirmation too. Yeah, something about your energy showing up as very balanced, right? There's something about temperance energy where you could be seeking out, tranquility in your life, or you could be being very adaptable and flexible at this time. Now, November, December could be very significant too. Like, say you guys are working on a strategy and receiving some type of justice. There's also something about, from this time moving forward up into December, that could also be significant too, okay? And this may not resonate for everybody, but that could be, confirmation. So there's something about finding out something in the next few hours or minutes when it comes to air energy, okay? When it comes to water energy, right? There's something about, the next few days. And then again, so there's something about communication. You could be receiving communication within the next few minutes, but maybe not like until maybe you see the video, or there's something about 11 hours. Okay, so take what resonates with that too. Even with 1 + 1, that equals 2. So 2 hours could also be significant. Okay, but angel number 5 is very significant with 1 and 4 and 14. And also, if we're not looking at it as like, house placements, right? Because I said 5th house. Say you're looking at it as an angel number, right? There's something about you guys moving into like a new shift of a foundation. So again, foundation shifts and structures could be very significant when it comes to you building truthful foundations, okay? 7 of Swords energy. So yeah, there's something about, when it comes to, moon and Aquarius energy, now there is something when it comes to being resourceful at this time. You guys could be doing something right now where you may show up like this, okay, even though that's not your energy. Okay, so confirmation with the horn, it's like you may show up like this, right? Like you're leaving, okay, but it's actually you being strategic at this time, okay? So if you are dealing with people who feel like right now, you could be like dealing with financial deception, okay, or trickery. This is not the case. This is about you, right? When it comes to like your intentions, you could be hiding something, or they could be hiding something, right? But that doesn't mean that this person is being like sneaky in that way, right? It just means that you could be trying to be very like, very strategic about how you communicate, or very strategic about how you, move forward with the way that you communicate, or the way that you are very curious, right? Or how you explore. So there's something about being cautious as well at this time. 7th house could be significant too, because this could be like close and personal partnerships. This could be romantic, business. This could be anything, right? But there is something about justice, okay, when it comes to this energy. Ace of Cups energy as well. So yeah, this could be about starting something new. Okay, this is about your passions, your creativities, right? The High Priestess, okay, this is about inner knowing, right? So there's something about you listening to your, inner unconscious voice, your higher self, okay? And you guys could be walking away from something as well. So yeah, there's something about this energy, like I said, where you may show up like this, or, someone in your energy could be showing up like this, but that doesn't mean that they're being sneaky. It just means that they're just trying to be strategic, whether this is you or them, or you are trying to be resourceful. And this could be about your intuition or emotional awakening or your spirituality, right? But you guys are walking away when it comes to leaving something behind. So basically, like I said, when it comes to being open, you guys are being open to change, right? And embracing this change, whatever this change is for you. And for some of you guys, with Saturn in Pisces, right? There's something about responsibility and discipline. So Pisces talks about intuition and also talks about, seeing through delusions and things of that matter. You are using your intuition at this time, right, when it comes to your standards, okay? So you're very aware, like I said, about what you want and what you don't want. And so because you guys are moving on with this energy, there's something about courage and being optimistic at this time, no matter what you're dealing with, right? So 8th house is very significant. Yeah, I was about to say 8th house too when it comes to your emotions. Like I said, you guys are releasing and letting go. This is about death and transformation. And also when it comes to, you building something from the ground up, okay? So even when it comes to like, say for example, corporate money could be significant, or even like joint ventures, right? Property could be very significant, or assets. Something about you guys when it comes to love or what you're doing or what you're creating, you guys are moving on and you guys are stepping into that. And because you guys are moving on and stepping into that, it's almost like you doing this is allowing you to receive your justice, okay? 10 of Swords energy. So again, like I said, endings and new beginnings. You guys are letting go of the past, right? With angel number 1010, Sun in Gemini is very significant, but there is something about release and transformation, okay? So even if you feel like right now there's things that are not working out the way that it's supposed to, like I said, you guys are embracing this new beginning. And there's also something about being in survival. So there's something about not being a victim in your situation, or there's something about like if something feels like a dead end, you know when to release that, or you know when to, remove yourself from that. Okay, so again, whatever this is that you guys are like going through, like if this felt like a painful ending, or even if it felt like you were losing something, just know that you're not losing out on anything, okay? Enough of this energy of, people trying to make you feel like you're being a victim when you're not. And even if you were a victim in your situation, you still never showed up as someone that was being victimized. You would always speak your truth. You would always speak up and say how you felt, okay? And you're not going to just say your side of the story. You're going to say your side, their side, and, whatever you need to say, right? So it's like, I know they always say like there's 2 sides to a story, right? Or, there's 3 sides to a story. So again, you're not somebody that's going to lie on someone's name. You're going to speak your truth based on what has happened to you. And unfortunately, not everybody's going to understand that, because a lot of times people feel like it has to happen to them for them to understand the situation. But that's not you. You don't have to be in that situation to understand. You just get it, okay? So 5 of Pentacles energy, like I said, if you felt like you were in this 5 of Pentacles energy where you were left out in the cold, okay, there's something about unemployment as well. But say you were left out in the cold, or you maybe felt like you were being abandoned, things like that, that is changing, right? Like I said, when it comes to your intuition and the way that you communicate and things of that matter, there's something about the world as well, like that's showing up too, right? The world, there's a positive change. There's something about receiving some type of recovery, okay, from loss. And even when it comes to like overcoming any adversities that you guys were dealing with, that's also significant. Some of you guys could also feel like, when it comes to being grounded right now, you guys are being welcomed. So this could be, like I said, what you're starting something new. Your, fertility could be significant, even pregnancy. Okay, like not everybody wants to have kids, and I understand that. And that's another thing too. Like I find a lot of people being very judgmental. Confirmation with the horn. I find a lot of people being judgmental because everybody lives their own life. Not everybody goes through struggle. So I find it very interesting, especially on social media, when I see people talking bad or talking down on people who have kids, okay? Especially nowadays, like I get that things are not what it seems. I know the world is worlding right now, but everybody has their own, their own life, right? if somebody's financially stable enough to have a child, that is their business, you guys, okay? And you could be dealing with people that are like this where, you know, you have some very, very sad and miserable people where we can all understand that the world is going through what it's going through. But at the same time, you have people literally being negative about, well, I don't want to bring a kid into this world because blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, cool, that's your choice. But why make other people feel bad if they have kids? Or, you know, people who don't have kids and it's almost like they're negative around kids, like that whole mindset, right? I don't know, maybe it's just me, right? But at the same time, it's like, I don't care. If you can financially afford to have kids, that's not my problem. I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm gonna celebrate you. A life is a life at the end of the day, okay? Nobody knows what the future is gonna hold, okay? So a lot of times people say a lot of things and nobody knows what's gonna happen, okay? Even as a tarot reader, nobody knows what's gonna happen. It's like a forecast, and I always say this in my messages that we will say whatever the message is in that moment, but things can change. Okay, guys, things can change. So just like how this energy with this Five of Pentacles, it's like, even if you felt like this where, you know, you could be dealing with certain things, that is changing, okay? That is changing. You're feeling whole within yourself, okay, with the number 21. So take what resonates with that too. Not everybody is going through struggle. And even if people are going through struggle, you know, not everybody's a hater, okay? It's like somebody can still be struggling in their life and still be happy for somebody else, because why not? And funny, I was just talking to one of my followers, or someone that I follow too, yesterday about this, where I said having kindness is free, okay? Like, it is free 99. It doesn't cost much, okay? Like, you can literally be kind and just go about your day. It does not cost much. So let's see what else shows up, and then I'll use the other deck. But the world, when it comes to the world energy, there's something about completing a cycle, okay? Or feeling like you've accomplished something, you know, within your journey, right? So let me see if I can get one more card. So Spirit, give me one more card to close out this deck for the collective, please and thank you. And like I said, when it comes to the number 21, threes, right? So angel number 333, when it comes to like your creativity, like I said, how you express yourself, things of that matter are very significant. So, okay, I guess more than 3. Thank you, Spirit. 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck too. So that, I mean, that's good energy when it comes to like wish fulfillment. Okay, even 9th house energy when it comes to, you know, wisdom, arts, the arts, things like that. Tapping into the arts, that's very significant too. But yeah, okay. What did I say, guys? 10 of Cups energy, happiness. What did I say? Okay, kindness. So there's something about 10 of Cups energy when it comes to, you know, fulfillment, right? For some of you guys, this is about emotional stability. For some of you, this is about being grateful, okay, for the love and the joy that you have in your life. And like I said, not everybody's going to be, you know, understanding about that, right? It's like, even if you may feel like you were in this Five of Pentacles energy, or even if you do feel like this, there's something about still ending up being happy regardless, because you know that things will change. You know that things will get better, and nothing lasts forever, right? Everybody goes through their seasons of change. Everybody goes through their moments, right? 10th house talks about career, success. Okay, this could be public reputations, okay? Things like that, right? Stepping into your own authority. 9/11 on the time as well, right? Something that's inevitable, like you can't stop it. Okay, Queen of Pentacles energy when it comes to you being very generous, having good business sense. Okay, with the number 13, like I said, 1 and 3 equals 4. So there's something about your stability and building truthful foundations and building long-term, okay, foundations. And then we have Page of Wands. So again, when it comes to the number 11, there's something about the collective. This is social awareness. This is, you know, hopes and wishes. This is about the future. So like I said, being hopeful, embracing new opportunities, having passion when it comes to what it is that you guys are doing or dealing with, right? So again, this is really good energy, the way that it's showing up. It's like, despite what other people may feel, because again, not everybody wants to have kids, not everybody wants to be creative, and we all get that. But what I don't understand is, why be a negative Nancy? That's like me saying I hate kids, right? Because I don't want any, right? And then all of a sudden, it's like I'm treating parents and people who have kids mean, or I'm treating people bad because they want it. Like, ew. Like, it's just weird behavior. I don't know if it's just people on social media that's acting like this, because in the outside world, I don't think a lot of people act like this, okay, like in your day-to-day life. Or maybe they do, or they're just hidden, and on social media, that's when the, you know, the bats come out, right? But there's something about that. It's like people just being miserable, because misery loves company, and you could be going through whatever you're going through and still be happy for other people. Confirmation with the horn. So yeah, still be like that, okay? Be like that, guys. Your energy, it speaks for itself, okay? You don't need anyone to tell you anything. You're creative, you're enthusiastic, you know, you show up whenever you need to show up. Angel number 1111 when it comes to, you know, your intuition and having your awakening, okay? Simply love. Okay, like I said, spreading love, spreading kindness, okay, spreading, you know, positive energy, right? So take what resonates. Yeah, we have challenging times, right? So change. So it's like, regardless of what's happening, it's like you guys may be going through certain challenges, obstacles, even if this is past energy, because again, with the moon cycle, we're talking about release. So there's a lot of things that you guys could be releasing from the last few weeks, the last few months. Even though we've gone through all these moon cycles, there's something about this moon cycle that's giving everybody the opportunity. It's almost like if you didn't get to do it the last time, this is the time, right? So divine timing is also significant, okay? Some of you guys could be seeking, okay, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, or just going within yourself, okay? This is also giving, like, you know, you guys completing certain cycles when it comes to letting go, right? Letting go and ascending. I'm gonna get one more card, okay, guys? But that's confirmation. Yeah, sacral chakra, okay? So what you feel, right, with the number 2. So there's something about second house when it comes to partnerships, when it comes to balance, right? You know, you guys are showing up as supportive, trusting, okay, receptive. Teamwork and alignment could be very significant, right? But also having intuitive communication and balance, right? Let me see what else shows up. I know I said I wanted one card, but thank you, Spirit. Yeah, you guys are going within and listening to yourself. Yeah, 2s. Okay, like you're listening to your higher self. You're listening to your inner knowing, okay? There's something about crystals as well. Kind of looks kind of purple, but maybe not. Like it looks pinkish purple a little bit. So it's almost giving like rose quartz and maybe amethyst, right? But there's something about you being able to listen to your inner knowing because you go within yourself. So keep doing that, guys. Heart chakra energy. Yeah, listening to your inner knowing, listening to your heart, following your heart chakra energy. There's something about your heart chakra when it comes to stability. You are showing up as someone who's stable. Yeah, what did I say? Joy and stability. I wish I was lying to you guys, but the cards speak for itself, right? So joy and stability is very significant, okay? And then we have spread your wings, okay? Positive energy, right? And not only that, positive energy, and even if the reading was, you know, not so good, we always try to transmute it. We always try to alchemize that energy. No negativity around here, okay? Not to say that I don't read negative messages, I do, but why stay in that energy? You know, why stay in that low vibrational energy? It's like, we all know that people are negative. We all know that things are negative. We know, we see, but it's like, why do I want to carry that energy with me when I can be like this and this and this, right? So take what resonates with you guys at this time, okay, guys? But yeah, I'm gonna end it. Please take what resonates. I love you guys. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. My website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can book a reading or just check out my blog. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for any, you know, love or support that you guys share or give. I appreciate that as always. And if you guys are interested, like I said, you guys can book a reading or just check out my blog. All right, guys. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.